Oh yeah, I'm supposed to hit the. I forgot that I gotta, cause you're not.
Yeah.
Then I gotta do this. That's what it is, y'all. Sorry, man. Hey, Savage AF, you know what it is, man. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. We're the show that's going to be cursing in
Get your
your ears
feelings.
in 4 minutes. But until
Four
then, we're
MFing
4 minutes
minutes.
away.
4 minutes,
Mickin',
and
mickin' fickin' minutes.
it's gonna be.
Listen,
It's going down. It's going down
Savage
today.
AF, forget your feelings. Facts matter. We are your co-hosts. I'm Black Pedro. This guy right here.
I am Shang, and
Hey,
hey, and we're here normally for you 3 p.m.
did
to
you
4
just
p.m.
do cocaine all of a sudden? He was like, I'm Shane. Ah.
So what I want to tell y'all is I've been building these
Hey,
little Legos. Like no,
hey, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole city.
no, I don't know.
Shang.
But no,
So Shang is live in Vegas. If y'all don't know this right now, that's not where he lives in the background. His brother
yeah,
is live at the Strat all week long, 8 p.m. every night this week until Sunday,
right
or through Sunday, I should say,
through
at
Sunday.
the LA Comedy Club at the Strat. So I can tell already by your sinus situation that the hookers and cocaine. Bro, it's hard to pace
Hey
it out
man, they give
per
it to me
night.
for free.
Per night.
Yeah, they give me free cocaine. What am I supposed to
Sometimes
do?
you open the cocaine and there's a hooker in the bag.
Yeah,
Sometimes you open the hooker and there's cocaine inside
you
of
shut
her.
up,
So
sequence.
yeah, listen, Turquoise. Here's the thing, y'all. Right now, though, thank God Shang has lived through the first 3 days, and we're happy to have you here, brother. If you're in the LA, or I'm sorry, Las Vegas area,
If you,
make sure you check out Shang at the LA Comedy Club at the
yeah,
Strat. That
make sure
being
you let them
said,
know that if I'll make sure you let them know. I'll let them know. Make sure
you can,
you just say my name at the door and you'll get in free.
there you go.
So if you want to bring your friends, it's gonna be packed. House was packed last night. It's been packed every night. No curtains every night. So
There you go, bro.
um,
That's what you want. And when he says that,
also
that means they open up the back of the room because
it
they
was
can
like
divide
that.
it by curtains. And some people can pack the front of the room, and that's great. But sometimes they gotta open up that curtain and let the whole
It was
room
back like
in.
that.
So you get
But
him, get him with it, Shang, man. That
no,
being said, forget
it
your
was cool.
feelings. Facts matters, guys. This is what we do, man. Savage AF. We're here for you guys. Typically Monday through Friday, live at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Typically, but always on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. If you
Simultaneously.
ever, if you ever miss us live, that's your fault. We
Yeah,
literally
yeah. Who else's
gave
fault
you
would it be
multiple
other than your fault?
opportunities. We gave you
So
multiple opportunities, and obviously, if you missed us live and still didn't see the show, then you're not subscribed. You're not notified. So you see it
but there's a
scrolling at
way
the
to
bottom of
be
the
let them
screen.
know. Let them know that they
You
can be
see it
subscribed.
scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
Look,
Uh, YouTube.com/C/Savage AF World. All one word. When you get there, do this.
click the little bell, people. Also,
Ding, ding.
now you know what else we tell you, because this is for all the new people. We had some new people yesterday. You're gonna have some new people today. Because I've been telling people down here, hey, you need to check it out. Make sure that you give us some thumbs up, because the thumbs up help us with the algorithm, and the algorithm
And
is what it's all about, baby.
and the thumbs, they work especially on platforms other than YouTube when you've been kicked off because you're degenerate. You drink too much beer. You know what I'm saying? Cheers to that. That's it
Yeah,
gets it gets you going. So when you get kicked off of YouTube or whatever, know that you can find us on Facebook, Savage A. F dot. You want dots in between the A and after the F. Yeah, Savage A dot F dot. And when you
It's
go
right there
there,
for you.
when you
It's
go to Facebook, do this.
the thumbs up is
Hit them
for
with
the
the thumbs.
The
Hit 'em
thumbs
with
up
the
are for the YouTube. You could give us thumbs up also on Facebook, but it's more we want you to subscribe to the Facebook because it builds our numbers. Also, there's some other social media platforms that you should check us at. I mean, pretty much fuck with us on those.
Other social media platforms, Shang, there's
Right.
only one. Without it, we do not breathe.
Now
As
there's a new
comedians,
one. There's a
no,
new
no, no,
one.
no, no, no. As comedians, we do not breathe.
Right.
We do not eat. We do not live unless you follow us on
But
what
wait,
I call the IG, what I call the gram, what we call the Insta at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang. But they now have a little, you know, I call it a younger sibling, you know, a very late twin. Threads at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang. It's the fastest growing app ever, right?
Ever. And
Ever.
how's your Threads doing, young man?
Bro,
You gotta take the Threads thing off.
They already call me. Yeah, I got it. They already call me you know, Threadrick Douglas, Threadro Star, Thread Tastic Nature. But no, I've run it. They gave me control. I'm the most followed person on Thread.
Make sure that he gets to 2.5 million instead of
trillion.
2.4
I'm trying to get to a trillion people.
So
I'm trying to have more followers on Threads than there are people on the planet. All right. I want your plants following me. I want your dog following me. I want your cat following me. Your snake. What's his name? Cephas? Yeah.
Cephas. Yes. But make sure you follow on all these other platforms, and make sure you go check out Pedro Live before we jump into the show. Wait, I got a limbo. Hold on. Ready? All right. A limbo. Okay, so
sorry for the background noise. It's extremely hot here, so I'm gonna keep the windows open, but I feel like they're sawing a witch in half outside. It is. Sorry.
All right, but make sure that y'all check out Pedro live at the Comedy Chateau, 7:30 which is tomorrow, Friday at 7:30 p.m. in North Hollywood at the Comedy Chateau. Your master of ceremonies, your host with the mostest, the Pedro Star will be
Actually tonight I muted myself for a minute to try and kill out the background noise, and as long as this is going on, when I'm not talking, I'll try and mute myself. But tonight I'll be at the Hollywood rooftop, man, the Sunset rooftop, I should say, in Hollywood. You know, the link for tickets is in my IG bio, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. But tonight I'll be there, and then tomorrow I'll be hosting.
Tomorrow, right? I preempted it.
No, it's all good. Yeah, that's what we do. So that's what it is, man. While they're chopping trees or building buildings, I don't know what they're doing outside.
Apparently they're building robots outside your window. But
let's say hi to everybody who's here. Maya Baker, Kevin Keith, Damani Jones, Miss Averb, our Minister of Defense. We see y'all. We really do. And then there's some people that we see that we're not gonna acknowledge because fuck you. But that being said, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter.
Why will we acknowledge somebody that calls us names? And I don't think that's nice of them. But
well, it's just like if you don't have anything to say,
right?
Fuck you.
We don't say
WDMA Warrior. We see you as well. There we go, y'all. So check this out, man. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. It's Thursday, July 20th, 2023 in the time-space continuum. It's also 3:13 p.m. on the West Coast. That's Detroit time. What up, though? 313. We're gonna end today. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna be on one topic today. Sorry.
No Shangri this week, you know.
And no Black Pedro popping. But what we do want to talk about, what we do want to talk about though is this one state, which seems to be becoming the more and more flaccid penis of America. But Florida, man.
Florida.
Florida, Florida.
Well, everybody knows that
Glad he got
Florida
his
right
money.
now, other than being a hot state, is ran by the Satan, aka no charisma, aka cracker ass cracker.
White people don't like Ron DeSantis.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah,
this is something that I honestly didn't see. I mean, I knew his shit wasn't going to be popular on the national level, but Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, who is trying to kill woke, which basically means black people. He
right.
said this is where woke comes to die, which woke is a black thing, so this is where black comes to die.
Well, you want
Um,
to know what the original thing of woke
white
was?
people don't even like him, dog.
Right. No, the original thing pertaining to woke, and I had not only read some stuff, but I've seen some different things about it. Back in the 1900s,
The
and
late
even
1900s.
the 1900s, because we can say that now we're in 2023, was one of the main things that black parents would tell their black children to stay woke and keep your head on a pivot and a swivel, because there were so many things happening pertaining not only to police, but there were white militias that were going around in the South that were basically just grabbing black people and fucking them up. So they would tell them stay woke, as in to stay frosty or to stay aware. So it was specifically for that. And it turned into other things, being aware of other things. And then Ron DeSantis turned it into like basically a dog whistle for white folks on anything they don't like or they don't agree with, because they, you know why? Cause they're little bitches. And a lot of the white people that use this and try to use, oh, you just being woke, you don't even know what the fuck it means, because you're stupid. And if you're racist, you've been stupid, your family's stupid, your kids are stupid. If you go back and do their lineage, a long line of stupid. At
Stupid is,
least,
the
yeah,
stupid
yeah,
does.
at least 5 of them have died in a tub radio mishap.
That
And
sounds about right.
they're all there. These are all the things that they do now. The Make America Great Again is basically another thing, Pedro. I think it's a throwback, wanting to go back to those days when they were basically running things completely. They still run things in a lot of ways, but where they run things completely and didn't have any accountability. Now, right now, there's some accountability, but back then, and that's what they're doing in Florida right now.
Yeah, the again part of MAGA, that last A, is the one we should have always been worried about, right? It's like again means backwards. If you want to hear a song again, you
Right.
hit the backwards button, not the forward, right? So again is not progress. It never will be. It's just repetition of a historical occurrence, something that already happened. You want to do it again, you're just
Right.
going backwards in time. So we get that. But in Florida, man, speaking of going backwards in time, to get to the actual topic, your boy Shang, and I know y'all hang out a lot.
Well,
Ron
my boy. So
DeSantis.
out of all the
I
people that I hang out, I would
no,
hang
no,
out with, you think
I
it's
see,
Ron
I
DeSantis?
seen y'all at the club.
All right, we do
But
be trying to run these hoes, but
hey,
no,
but under his administration, the
right,
Florida Board of Education has approved new Black history standards that critics call a big step backwards, right? And so they're making it great again. But this is an initiative that we've talked about it for a while, but the
right,
Board of Education has basically ratified it, right? Like we're go live now in Florida. Now we're go live on black shit didn't happen, right? Like that, kind of we weren't slaves, just kind of like,
right.
or
But
let's talk about. Also, they want to talk about the bad things that black people did during slavery and Reconstruction.
right,
To
even
make
though
to
during
give a
the
more balanced presentation of the
Oh, they're
history.
wow.
What's a bad slave? You know what a
Um,
bad slave is? A free black person. That's a horrible slave. Is a black person that's free
God damn it, he won't do
in
me.
their
He won't
mind.
do what I ask him to do. He won't do it. He's not listening.
That's the only thing that's ever going to make you a bad slave, a lazy slave, is a free mentality.
But in this
Man,
instance,
get at me.
what Florida's doing is Florida's basically trying to twist history, lie, more lies, because that's all the Republicans. Don't get me wrong, the Democrats are great liars too, but the frequency of the fucking lies that the Republicans do is just off the fucking charts. Now, what they want to do in Florida with this shit, y'all, is basically twist how history was done pertaining to slavery, trying to say that, not an insinuation, just flat out saying that slavery was good for us because it gave us skills. It gave us
That's
skills that we
another
can
thing
use
that's being
today.
argued here. Yeah.
Right. That was one of the other ones.
Like Africans weren't cultivating land, growing produce, and like palm oil and
Right.
all of
Not
these,
only that,
like
if you look at the Egyptians, they were building pyramids. What are you talking about? They were building
when you
complex
look at the
structures.
I honestly what's it called, Warrior Queen, I think, what's it called, was that what it's called, with Viola Davis, the
I've been standing by you the
no no
whole
no 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 no
time.
but this
That's
wasn't that
Viola
movie.
Davis.
No, no. Don't reduce it to that. But when she, the Queen, King, Warrior, Queen, something, but the African, the Dahomey, they were the Dahomies from back in the day. The tribe of Africans who had
What's it
a
called? Woman King.
woman king. Thank you. Sorry. Woman
You went.
king.
That is some shit right there. We
By the
went.
way, Kevin Keith said DeSantis is running the state into the ground. But yes, Woman King is the movie I'm talking about. But you had these African societies where one of the side notes of that movie, beyond this powerful military force of women that led an African nation, this kingdom, even though it's led by a bunch of warrior queens, they were one of the first to have street lamps fueled by palm oil. And I mean, African nations were civilized,
Right. They were civilized, but what they're
extremely civilized, way before European nations.
but there were some negatives, but there was more positives than negatives. But the other shit about this whole thing that DeSantis is trying to do, and his battle against wokeness and all that other fuckboy shit he's trying to say,
Yeah.
is he's so busy trying to cater to the base and make sure that they know that he's on their side, and which is basically white supremacists. The core of the base of Trump or Trumpism is white supremacy, period.
Yeah.
It's not anything else. Everybody tries to say, well, it's just their opinion and they have a differing opinion. Now, fuck that. They are white supremacists, period, at the end. And he's trying to cater to that. And by erasing our history, that's part of what white supremacists want to do. And big up their history. Everything white people did good, everything black people did is bad.
Well, and that's what I'm bringing up in terms of these dichotomies in history, is that like Europeans have tended to act like they are the cradle of civilization, that they created these constructs, when really the Europeans were civilized by Africans, right? Like Africans were doing it for a while, then they went into the Dark Ages,
Right.
right back to the caves, and then Moors and other groups of Africans brought them out of that,
Right.
And by the time the slave trade came around, the triangle trade, the transatlantic slave trade, however you want to call it, um, you know, Africans had long established civilized societies. Like I said, with, you know, architecturally designed cities and streets lined with lamps at night and yada yada yada. Right. So like,
And actually, if you want to go with war, there were a lot of things that Africans made. If you look at Shaka Zulu, even though that people think that's like a stereotype, but Shaka Zulu literally came up with what the army and the navy and a lot of people use in war tactics, like the art of war, and a lot of the Asian warriors. They all
Sun
bit off of
Tzu.
yeah. They all bit off of the Zulu was Shaka Zulu that led the Zulu tribe to take over
Zulu
a bunch
Nation.
of shit. So I mean, there's so many things they lie about. There's so much shit that DeSantis with the charisma. He has the charisma of a lint ball. The motherfucker is not gonna win. He's 45 points behind Trump. So Trump is
I
gonna
mean,
be
like ultimately, I think it's going to come down to DeSantis or uh, Krispy Kreme, Chris Christie, because I think Trump is going to be either in jail or what the way Shang might slip out of owing y'all $92 million is if he takes a plea deal that exempts him from jail time,
but
but
if he's convicted,
but excludes him from running ever again. I think Trumpy Dumpty would take that deal. He's not like a political leader like that. Like Trump isn't like, no, I'm either running for president or throw me in jail. They can be like, listen, nigga, you could go free and never, ever, ever run for president again, or we're throwing your ass in jail. And he'll be like,
but if
where's my where's my 9 iron?
yeah, I mean,
I do want to highlight that Kevin Key says there were Africans in the Americas way before Columbus. I just want to highlight that because I want to do more research on that, because I've heard more stories about that recently about Africa, and we were taught that Africans never transverse the Atlantic Ocean like that. But when we look at West Africa and, South American points like Brazil and other rims like that, like it's like, they're closer than we think they are. It is possible. I don't know. I need to do more research, but yeah,
but
I just
check
want to
this out.
highlight.
Put up what WDMA Warrior said. Trump about to break the record. Which is that true?
He said Trump about to break record for most indictments and still running for president. Shaking my damn head, bro. I said this yesterday. I done the tally. He has 105 indictment. I'm sorry, counts against him over 3 indictments. So there are 3 indictments, federal and well, I don't want to say federal. There are 3 indictments against Trump.
Two federal.
Two of the cases are 34 counts each, and one of the cases is 37. You do that math, I guarantee you're going to come up with 105 counts over 3 indictments. The 3 indictments are Alan Bragg in New York State. I think he's a state attorney general.
No, yes, it's Alan Bragg. No, you're right.
Alan Bragg, and this is over basically tax stuff. Then it's
tax fraud,
and
it's fraud. Fraud.
Well, yeah, fraud.
Fraud,
and then
it's pretty much
the
fraud.
Other two,
just like the person in the feed who's a fraud that got the talent of a fucking limp ball, and he's done
so
it.
Then no. So then the other two are Jack Smith. Jack Smith, who was appointed by Merrick Garland. None of our favorite, but he put the boy on it. And Jack Smith has indictments on the January 6th shit and the handling of.
And then Georgia hasn't come up yet, right?
Not yet. Fani Willis has not.
Well, that means that once Georgia comes up, he'll have more than 105. The thing that is now, is there anything
he's going to have 607 in a minute.
So the thing is, I think DeSatan he's banking on Trump falling out and then him getting in, but he's if he does debate Christie, even though I don't like Krispy Kreme, like you called him, I don't think that DeSantis will get mopped. He will absolutely get mopped by Christie. Christie, if anything, he knows how to talk that shit when he needs to talk that shit, and white people like stop it up. So, you know, I mean, black people know how Christie was and all the corrupt shit he did. So we're not fucking with him. But I'm saying, aside from that, I think that's what we need. Somebody needs to start to go. That's why I say the Democrats are such spineless bitches.
Mm-hmm.
You should be going not only hard in the paint every fucking day, and I mean bluntly, factually in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you want to come off strong, then do that way. We know Biden can't do but so much because Biden's a little too decrepit. But I think that everybody else,
Biden's doing he's doing the work, man. Listen,
he's doing the work, but I'm saying
Biden do what
go hard in the paint and say the shit. He still has that little bit of a moderate, like he's leans. It's still trying to let's everybody make sure we get along. Shit, he still got that bullshit, that residual shit. And I still say that even when Michelle Obama was saying that shit. Now she ain't saying that shit. Now she's like, fuck all y'all. But all of them is about that bullshit. They're not saying what it really is. Now, if you look on online stuff, like the stuff we're doing, Pedro, and the other stuff that some other people do online, they go hard in the paint pertaining to the bullshit of the Trumps and the DeSantis and, you know, even Chris Christie. I just saw him get absolutely mocked by an interviewer. He says, so now you against Trump. What about all the time you was licking his boots down in Mar-a-Lago? What about all the time you was saying he's the best thing since sliced bread? And you know what I'm saying? And so I don't give Christie that much fucking credit either. Fuck him too. But the Satan is way worse than Christie because he basically still has that white supremacist fucking thing he's running. And pertaining to this shit in Florida, if you're trying to make middle schoolers not know their history, if they're black or brown or indigenous people, you know, you're basically you're passing standards for them to lie to kids. That's
you know, they trick love the kids. They just, you know, they want to trick the kids and they're thinking certain ways. Kevin Key says there are pictures of black monks engraved on walls of the Shaolin Temple. We are everywhere. So, I mean, I think that's
WDMA warriors. Yeah.
A testament to saying that, you know, our history is there. You know, I've been to, I was trying to look for the picture here. I've been to a church in, I think it was Latvia, where, you know, black Moors are represented on the door. If I can find it by the end of this, I will. But
Miss Adverb, put up what Miss Adverb said, and I got a little something to say to you, Miss Adverb.
I mean, she says a lot. And she said, "Are you talking about this one?"
Biden can't do anything. Miss Adverb, you're saying Biden can't do anything unless it's on his desk. Stop blaming him. Oh, absolutely blaming him. You got to start know how to fucking message. And you got to message because it's a personality contest too. It's not.
What are we blaming him for? What are you blaming him for?
I'm blaming him for not going harder in the paint and stop fucking reaching across the aisle to try to work with motherfuckers that ain't gonna work with you, that are trying to always bring up Hunter Biden and, you know, fucking Hillary Clinton.
But at this point, listen, you know, we were both talking this narrative a while ago, but we're Savage AF. Fucking feelings, facts matter. This shit has progressed, dog. Like, Shank, he's been successful.
No, I'm not saying
so. Like, what? Like,
but he got another.
What are you complaining about? Like,
election coming up.
Yeah, I mean, but like, let it come up. Like, and like you're talking like he's failing at elected.
No. He's failing at messaging. Even his successes.
They're not even in the election cycle yet.
I know, but even
his failing in messaging?
Tout that shit. Say that shit, okay?
But they're not there, bro. They're not even there. Like,
start dissing DeSantis. sway some people in Florida. Somebody saying
DeSantis
that
isn't relevant yet.
there's nothing
Why do
he
you
can
need
do.
what no, bro?
But
Whoa.
you
No,
gotta play the game.
No. Joe Biden is president. Why the fuck would he need to address Ron DeSantis yet? Ron DeSantis is a no. Ron DeSantis is a failure in his own fucking party. He is still way fucking behind Donald Trump. Why the fuck? What, Shang? Why the fuck? Bro, you're talking about like it's like Joe Biden is the best team in the Eastern Conference. And you're like, he needs to address the fourth best team in the Western Conference. Like, for what? Dude, like for what? Ron DeSantis isn't relevant in his own party yet. Why the fuck would Joe Biden be paying attention to that? Joe Biden is actually, and listen, I'm a nigga that's like, I've turned around. Like, I realized, like, I was like, I don't know if Biden can do this. This nigga's getting shit done.
He's getting shit done.
This old ass cracker, this decrepit, crusty cracker ass cracker is getting shit done. And I'm like, go Joe. Gotta vote for you now.
Did you just say go Joe?
Yeah, I'm not in vote. I'm not like I want Bernie next time. I'm like, fuck it. Joe Biden is getting the job done. He's beating Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy is a spineless dickworm, right? So no, like
I never said he wasn't.
He's lost. He's like Kevin McCarthy is already like the Joe Biden is beating them. He is winning the game against the Republicans. He's not my favorite choice of guy for president. But at this point, as a sane person, I'm going to turn around and say, you know what?
Go, Joe.
I was wrong. Joe is doing it. He's gotten a lot of things done.
I know. I'm not saying
Supreme Court has been a hit, but that was a long-term game that the Republicans played well, that the Democrats didn't. But Joe Biden in his presidency, and we're 2.5 years into it, almost 3, has done well.
Look
man.
At what WDMA Warriors said, Biden is not winning, but that's not based in. I'm saying he's winning in a lot of the policy, from the policy standpoint. From the policy standpoint, from passing stuff, for trying to be as bipartisan as possible and work with these little cunts. But the bottom line is right now, it is a messaging thing, and it does show strength. Even though the Satan is, way down the line, he still is a national figure.
So Biden got beat on Build Back Better. They obliterated his alliteration.
Okay, right? Look what you said.
And then and then he comes with an infrastructure package that now Republicans are like, look how much money I got for Kentucky, even though I voted against it. Right. No, Biden is winning. Bro, we're at the point, before I get to me, you, or whatever, I'm going to say my shit. Marjorie Taylor Greene, at this point, unknowingly, because she's so fucking stupid.
That was a great ad.
Is doing commercials for Joe Biden. She's like, Joe trying to help poor people in the country. He's trying to finish Social Security and keep that strong for seniors. He's trying to keep seniors alive.
He's trying to feed kids.
And it's like, yeah, nigga. And so
they've already cut it. They've already cut it into it's already an ad. There's like 5 different ads. They've cut her into the ad. So yeah.
Yeah. Miyu says, and hold Republicans accountable, because 99% of what Biden has done, Republicans have voted against it or talked openly about opposing it. And that's what I was just saying. That's the Marjorie Taylor Greene thing, Miyu, right? It's like she was openly complaining about things that would help out most of the majority of her base. Rural, poor ass, old ass white people that Joe Biden has been trying to help the whole time. She acknowledges it as if it's a wrong thing to do. And that, WDMA, is how Biden is winning. WDMA says Biden let affirmative action and other laws pass or be destroyed. Again, I'm going to say that the president isn't a legislator. So affirmative action is a legislative law that tends to pass through Congress. So I would look at that. I know that Biden has fought to try to counteract congressional acts that were extremely conservative, including his student loan shit, where
okay, no, I agree, and
he put one initiative forward, and they shut it down, and then
they shut him down a lot.
But he found another way to do it. They audited the way loans were being leveraged against wage, and realized it was wrong, and were able to forgive, like, I think 39 billion, which was a way smaller number than their initiative.
But WDMA Warriors is basically said two things that I agree with. I agree with one. They haven't passed a anti-hate black crime bill, which they did for the Asian crime bill, hate bill for. And we know that black people.
I think the hate crime bill is built around blackness,
but it says it's not.
The national hate crime bill, I would argue,
and
is
also
definitely built around
all the monies that they gave to Ukraine. Not that Ukraine didn't need help, but there was a lot of stuff that they could have used pertaining to funding here.
So when you say, so WDMA specifically says he, meaning Biden, giving all the money to Ukraine and immigrants. That's wrong. That's not all our money, right?
Like, no, we can make more money.
Well, not even that. It's just like literally not all of America's money is going towards these things, right? So like,
no, it's not all money.
No, acknowledge that. But also just acknowledge that, and like I've said this the whole time, that these things aren't, tied. Like, you could give the money you gave to Ukraine. We still, like, America has all the money.
I know, I agree.
The money we need. All I'm saying is you don't have to say don't give money to Ukraine, give it to us. There's two monies. They can give the money to Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine needs the money, and we need to give money to Ukraine because we don't need a Russia doing what they're doing right now. But yes, there is more money that is available for us.
Okay, WDMA Warren says it specifically, you can see it right there. He says, it specifically says Asians. It is the Asian hate crime bill.
Mm-hmm.
It is not, they need one for black folks. And also all the money they do give to immigrants.
That's the hate crime bill.
It says, it specifically says Asian.
I get it. I get it, dog.
So
my thing is I don't like to do, I don't like to do this comparative shit. Like, if that's what it is, if y'all want to fight for a specifically black hate crime bill, fine. I don't know what legislatively that says different than the hate crime bill. Are we getting into skin tone or whatever? Like, I get it. I get it. I see what you're saying. But that honestly doesn't have anything to do with us. It really doesn't. Like, an Asian hate crime bill, like we already have our hate crime bill. House passes
anti-Asian hate crime bill. It is called anti-Asian hate crime bill. It doesn't say hate crime bill.
I haven't denied that.
What?
Right. So there's two. So they made a separate one for Asians.
Make a separate one for black folks. Make a separate one for black folks.
The first one was for black folks, though. That's all I'm saying.
Then say that.
Who was the hate crime bill for?
It's supposed to be for everybody.
Who?
It's supposed to be for everybody. It's supposed to be.
So, hate against white people.
That's what I'm saying.
Was it meant to protect white people from hate?
It's supposed to be for everybody, right? Across the board.
Okay.
But by specifying the problem sometimes instead of blanketing the problem. That's the same thing when people say, instead of Black Lives Matter, they say all lives matter. No, we need you to specifically say Black Lives Matter. And for the hate crime bill, it has
Those
to
aren't the same,
specifically
though.
say
Those aren't the same.
anti-Black hate crime bill, because that is what they're doing. And if you look at how the police are doing shit and these white nationalists, why not?
We've called it so many things. We've
Well,
called
then
it
give it that name.
we've called it Reconstruction. We've called it anti-Jim Crow. We've called them civil rights. We've called it affirmative action. We've called it Black Lives Matter. We've called it a lot of fucking things, bro. All of these laws are always about black. So the laws are always about us. What y'all are not focusing on, what y'all are not, what we're not realizing is that it's about the enforcement of it, right? So we don't need a anti-black hate law. Those have existed the whole time. The Constitution in some sections has been anti-black the whole time. The 13th Amendment to the Constitution is still anti-black, whether it realizes it or not. Okay? So we need to focus on the enforcement of it. We already have the anti-black hate laws that just need to be enforced.
Then
No, I'm saying I want you to hear me out. Really, really listen to me. Right? I'm not saying we don't need anti-black hate laws. I'm saying they have existed. I've been saying this right now through this conversation that they've existed the whole fucking time. We just need to focus now on the enforcement, the separations of laws. WDMA says, show that law, Pedro. It's every law. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the Reconstruction was about hate for black people. Jim Crow, anti-Jim Crow laws were about hate. Affirmative action,
yeah,
it's
but
about
it up helping
the
white
discrimination of
but it's affirmative action.
No. It applied to a lot. It ended up being applied, but the basis of it, the fight,
So
civil rights movement is about anti-black hate, right? Like so, like I'm saying, all of these laws have always been about protecting us, but they never have. So if you're asking for another law to protect us, I'm telling you, it never will. We have to focus on the enforcement of the laws that already exist, because there are already laws in place that are meant to protect our existence that aren't enforced. So if we keep asking for laws, we're not going to win.
Okay,
we need to ask for enforcement.
Read some of the comments. Read some of the
people. I don't read.
Man, you better stop that.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Look, some of the people said, like Miss Adverbs said, Asians don't get chalked out for possibly passing a $20 bill.
No, she said Asians don't get choked. She said sometimes don't get choked out.
No, I'm saying let me just say this. I hear what you're saying, and I understand that the laws pertaining to affirmative action was supposed to be to help minorities, people of color, right? But it ended up helping the people who benefited the most was white women.
I already said that. You're not saying anything different than I said.
Okay, no. But let me finish. So since that is the case, you have to have things that are very, specific. You have to specify exactly what it is.
They've already been specified.
And enforce it.
That's what I said.
And enforce it.
They've already been specified. I said enforce it.
But sometimes when you make it when you specify, it makes it have a little bit more weight.
No. There's a specific Asian hate law because Asians have political power, dog. All right.
That too.
The money got put towards the thing and the legislature that will be enforced and towards the enforcement of it. You've said nothing different than what I said, Shang. I'm sorry.
Okay, look at
but I already said this.
Asians don't get shot in their sleep on bad warrants.
Asians don't get shot for having a hoodie and candy in their hands. Yeah. Asians don't get choked for possibly passing bad 20s. Um, that's because the racial stereotypes around them are very different, right? Like Asians weren't stereotyped as big monsters that are coming to eat your white child, right? Your white girl specifically. Okay. That's what whatever. When violence started to occur towards Asian people specifically, politically they were able to um
Make moves,
mobilize their money towards legislation that applied specifically
and it
towards
worked.
them. Right. But we've already done that. We've already done that. Just the application. And like you already said it, Shang, the enforcement of it is the key. Like there is no like the law, there's no other law you're gonna write. What there's did, I think we finally got a national anti-lynching law. Finally. Like it took a very, very long time. But that's pretty much as specific as you can get to black life in America. It's like, do not hang a Negro from a tree. Do not skin them, tar and feather them, castrate them, stuff their dick and balls in the mouth and set them on fire and then bring your children to a picnic and order Chick-fil-A and the biscuits with extra honey on the
Right.
side
Right. No,
just
I
so you
know.
can watch a nigga hang from a tree, right? Like that, I think that
Okay.
legislature, those laws have already been written.
Kevin Keefe
The
just said it.
enforcement of them
Kevin
is
Keefe said
different.
it, and I agree with it 1,000%. Kevin Keefe.
Sounds like we need a better PR firm to advance our agenda. Amen to
That
that.
is absolutely what we need to
Amen
do.
to that.
And
The legislature
and I'm
is there.
right.
The and when we talk about enforcement, the word force is in there. Who enforces?
Also,
Police forces. Hold on. So what's the embodiment of them? What's the demographic of them? How are they built? Are they trained? But all of that, the way our laws are enforced against us, upon us, is way different than any other thing in society. But to say that we need law, nigga, we got laws,
we got lost. Okay,
but just
I
not being
said,
enforced.
and also what WDMA Warrior. I do agree with you. There's a lot of Asian gangs that are fucking ruthless, and they don't get they don't get as much press coverage because the way that Asians have money and political power, and I get it.
Well,
But there's so
no,
much,
no, no. I don't think it's that. I don't think that Asian gangs aren't being pushed in the media
you
because,
don't hear about them like you hear black gangs.
of course, but I'm not. I'm saying, if you let me finish, that they're not being pushed in the media. The reason they're not being pushed in the media is not because Asians are pooling their money against that, right? It's because black people have been made the villains of the globe. So the Yakuza, the La Cosa Nostra, the even the Mexican gangs, El Chapo, will be somewhat, you know, you know, become heroes in our society. Will be made to be made heroes in our society, where the kid Trayvon Martin with a hoodie and some Skittles and a iced tea or a Snapple or whatever are made to be villains
Look what
very
you
quickly.
said.
So the reason I'm gonna get to it, but the reason that Asian gangs aren't focused on like that is because Asian men weren't made to be the rapist monsters of the planet that a movie like Birth of a Nation depicted us to be. Me You says Asians mobilize and move as one unit. As black people have not learned that yet, so we are a step or two behind, even though we would collectively have more power. Here's the thing: the construct of being in America, the construct of the European slave trade, their version of it, the Atlantic slave trade, the triangle trade, however we want to refer to it. What the part of it, the Willie Lynch theory, was to break us down, break down our structure. So like
And it worked.
black people, Africans always had family, culture, structure, unified mobilization. Really, they did. They were nations. They are nations. Africans are nations. Dahomey, all of it, right? Like there are these tribes that, the Zulu nation. How is that not one unit? All right. So the reality is that was broken down here. And
No, okay. So
it's not that it
WDMA
didn't
Warrior.
exist.
Yeah, I heard about that. A hitman came and told, and yeah,
So we'll read it all. A hitman came to and did hit on rivals' illegal grow facility and killed several people, and not major media coverage last year. I mean, I don't know where that happened or how that occurred. Violence occurs everywhere. Among even in ancient Africa, tribes fought and went to
everybody
war and
fighting. Everybody
killed
fighting.
it. So it's part of human nature. I don't even think that's what we're actually talking
No,
about
yeah, but
at a certain
okay.
point.
To circle back, let me
Yeah.
circle back. That Florida already passed this shit for in the middle schools and pertaining to this school, the Florida School Board of Education already passed it to basically neuter any kind of thought process of truth pertaining to slavery, I think that, and that's all the DeSantis fucking woke, what do you say, war on woke shit. And if the people in Florida want to break off that little dick that we call Florida, I say we start putting explosives around the perimeter of Florida, blow it off of America, and let it float out into the sea. Because they want to be, hey, we don't want that woke shit here. We don't want this, want that. And if you want to go to Florida, you could take a ferry over there. I say and then next we get explosives around Texas and blow that bitch off too. Because neither Texas or Florida are putting any money towards any blue states anyway. It's the blue states put money towards the red states, and the blue states wouldn't be able to fucking survive if the red states wouldn't be able to survive if the blue states just said, fuck it, we ain't paying shit to you, period, the end, because we pay 70% of all they shit. So if you don't want to give us the education, truthful education of what happened, fuck y'all. You become,
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck
yeah,
you.
Florida. If you don't like America and you think that the way Americans are doing shit, and you try to say New York is doing this and LA's doing this, well then, fucking succeed from the fucking America. If you really think you can survive without it, bitch. They're so full of shit. They're full of shit. And this whole thing with Florida, trying to change education. I mean, they're the worst because of DeSantis. They're the worst. Florida's the worst. Like
it's not just because of DeSantis, you know what I mean?
It's not just because of DeSantis, but right
like
now
that it's been a shithole state.
Yeah,
for
it's been a shithole for a long time. But what DeSantis
in my lifetime since 2000, when the George W. Bush versus Al Gore shit went down, in that state, I was like, you know what? This is a shithole.
Yeah, and this is the wild part with Florida pertaining to the education. They say they don't want white people. This is a quote from DeSantis and a lot of people that they were interviewing. They don't want white kids to feel bad about the history of America and the history of white people.
But the thing is, in their minds, and we'll get off of this after this and be out, but like the DeSantis and all this shit, they think that the true context of American history will lead to white people having to feel guilty or be responsible. It's just like, listen, bro. No, I don't think any of us are out here like your child should grow up feeling guilty, right? The reality is,
I want them.
No.
I want them to.
Well, yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
but again, you're sometimes unrealistic, Shang. Like,
well, no, I mean,
you literally think Shang is not that Trump is not going to jail. So.
Well, see that's why I put money on that. I
But
put
no, I
money on
get
it.
it,
You're
and
not
I
going to
think that
go to
was an
jail.
insane thing to do.
Trump's not going
But
to jail.
the reality is, like, I don't think any of us who are looking for a true exposition of American history, Black American history, African American history, is looking to make white people feel guilty. If you are, then I think you're missing the point. The point is just, hey, let's look at the way America has failed in its credo, right? In its
Okay.
motto, in its constitution. Were all men created equal? Yes. Were they all treated equal here?
No.
No. Right? So
Okay.
let's look at that and the fallout and what that means today and moving
Okay.
forward, and in the ways we can correct and balance out so that the equality that we talk about actually means something, actually exists.
Okay.
Right?
And
I
Pedro,
don't think that, even if you do, that nobody should be thinking
I
about
know you say
equality
nobody
in
should
terms
be.
of
Okay. And
white
I'm
people.
saying,
Oh,
and all
white
I'm
people
saying
are
is,
all white people are
Pedro,
guilty.
is, all I'm saying is, I want white children to feel sad and bad and guilty about the
Yeah,
history of America. I want them to feel horrible. I want them to feel guilty, riddled with guilt. I want all white people to feel guilty and riddled with guilt and all of the fuckery they do and the fuckery they felt and the fuckery they shit they did before. I want them all to feel bad and cry every day. I want their food to be nurtured with their tears. That's what I want. But I
it's
don't
a
think
sad
everybody
bowl of
should want.
oatmeal.
Yeah, old, young. I don't want everybody to be that. I feel that. I feel that white people deserve a lot more sorrow. And they need
A lot more what?
sorrow.
Okay, okay.
And if we can make white children feel more horrible, no, maybe we shouldn't, because they go on shooting sprees. Because apparently,
And in a cornfield, they will fuck you up.
yeah, if
The
you think
children of
about
the
it,
corn, you don't want to fuck with that.
most of the mass shootings were disgruntled young white males. So maybe I shouldn't want them to feel bad,
Watch your
because
throat,
that's when they go
thing.
on a shooting spree. But when I get my guns, and then when I get my guns, once I get that cleared up,
Notice how he went from not being able to buy one to guns.
guns.
The
Right.
thing is,
Because
like,
that's what you
I
did.
need 7
You
of
bought
them,
one gun. You
so
had
3 of
one gun,
these.
Pedro. And then the next thing I know, Pedro got a fucking RoboCop arsenal.
They say build a platform. I did that. That's all I'll say.
So I want to have guns, because when the shit goes down, and I'm not, yes, when the shit goes down, because I really do think that there is a faction of America that is absolutely about that life and about violence towards people that don't agree with them, people of color, just like the guy in Milwaukee, just like the guy in El Paso, that it wasn't about nothing. I lost my job and I don't have anything, and my girlfriend left me. And it had nothing to do with that. It was about pure hatred. I'm gonna drive 2 states over, or 2 places over, go down to El Paso and kill all the brown people I can. That
Don't do it.
that is that's the part that's the thing that puzzles me with white folks. You have in a position in America where you're winning constantly. Even when
Not,
you
no,
don't
not,
just,
not all of them. Not all
I
of them.
know, no, not all, but more than not are given the benefit of the doubt. They get extra chances. They
You
don't
know,
get
I'm
treated as
gonna look
bad.
at this. I'm gonna look at the stats of poor white people versus like middle class or upper class white people, because I think I've seen the stat recently that there's 2,000 billionaires in the world, and when you multiply those billions by 2,000, bro, that's like the majority of the world's resources. But I'm gonna tell you that that's like less than my high school population. So if you're telling me that like 3/4 of the niggas that went to the niggas I went to high school with owned, 99% of the wealth in the world. I'm like, this is a problem.
No, that's classism, and that's
But it all
and
works out.
capitalism. It's yeah.
Race, capitalism, like
No,
it's all the same.
but if we had some of the same, if it was ever a equal playing field when it came to being able to buy a home back in the day when
Yeah.
the soldiers would come back and they fight and bleed over there, brothers and sisters bleed, and then they come here and then you can't get a home, but Clem, they give him a fucking home loan with the lowest interest ever.
But see,
And
if they shared Shang, then there'd only be like 1,800 billionaires instead of 2,000.
they can't have that. They can't have
Yeah,
that.
and that's not
But yeah,
sustainable.
But I know we got to go. But the main thing, what I say pertaining to that is, and then I'm going to circle back to Florida and we'll wrap it up. I say pertaining to that, I think that if we would have gotten an opportunity to buy as much real estate,
of course,
I think it'd be a little bit more even playing field.
40 acres and a mule. If it had been given it to us,
they cock blocked the shit out of us with that, and also, like you said, with the billionaires. I think that when I see people become billionaires as a black person, the props I got to give them, because it's way more difficult for us to make it in comedy and everything. And when we do make it, we fucking knock it out the park.
I'm over though. I do not give props for people becoming billionaires. I'm against it.
I mean, they're evil. Everybody's evil.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying like nobody should be a billionaire while there are homeless and hungry people.
No,
like,
I know.
I'm in that camp. I'm
totally in that camp too. I'm saying
I just don't look up to anybody being a billionaire, because like and like if you're a billionaire, you crushed people. You crushed people. Oprah, you crushed people. Jay-Z, you crushed people.
Well, Jay-Z definitely crushed people.
Yeah, I mean, like whatever it is, and Kanye, you crushed people. Like Warren Buffett, you crushed people. Soros, you destroyed lives.
What's the guy for Virgin?
Branson, Bezos, Elon Musk. They've all.
By the way, Elon Musk,
there are poor people. There are poor people because you are as rich as you are.
As rich as you are.
That's just a simple fact. There's only enough digits in the world. There's only enough coins, biscuits, dollars, whatever you want to call them.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean by giving them props for their work, for the fact it's still evil. But but on a side note, I hope this happens. I'm heard that Elon Musk is going to have a MMA fight with Zuckerberg, and I think that I'm hoping they both break each other's neck, but I'm gonna watch that shit.
It still won't give us but no, don't, because they're gonna make money off of it.
No,
and
on YouTube, they're gonna have clips. I'm not gonna pay for the fucking pay-per-view,
bro. They're gonna make money off of you watching the clips. What do you mean? How do you think YouTube makes money, dog?
Because people
there's gonna be an ad for a vacuum cleaner, and then you're gonna watch that, dog. Like, don't watch that dumb shit. It's dumb shit.
I know it's dumb shit. And you know what? There's a lot of dumb shit I've watched. Just a ton of dumb shit I've watched. I go, what the fuck? It's just, it's entertainment. Zuckerberg.
Oh, no, I get it. But at a certain point.
And the WDMA award said Elon is going to get his ass beat. Yeah, I hope so. He's asshole.
I mean, is this what we're talking about?
All right. That's just like one to watch. One to watch some of the stuff that I've watched. Is what's next? Before we go, name something stupid you watch and go, God damn, that was dumb.
Oh, I mean, I'd rather just watch like a Marvel or a DC comic flick or some shit like that, where it's just like, yeah, I'm falling into some reality world, or I'm sorry, unrealistic world, like a fantasy world. And yeah, I'm gonna lose myself for 2 hours in this story.
No,
no. The shit we're talking about are real people owning more dollars than they should.
Right.
Like if you look at, if we break down dollars per hour, there's nothing that Jeff Bezos does above your average, like the janitor at a warehouse, that justifies, a 400%, 4,000%, sorry, pay difference. Like it's
That's
just not.
crazy.
It's just not. Even if you had the idea like, hey, let's sell keychains online, and then you left the room, you didn't. Yeah, great idea,
But you didn't
you
do
didn't do
shit.
the work, dog. Like, chill, bro.
But just real quick, shout out to Maya. Maya, I met your sister and the crew. Thank them for coming to the show last night, and I appreciate the fact that they had a good time at the show. Speaking of shows, Pedro gonna be doing a show tonight. Tonight. Where is
if I don't pass
flyer?
out on this couch, man, y'all
where's
call
your
and wake
flyer?
me up in the 2 hours. It's right here somewhere in here.
Okay, it's somewhere
boom,
there.
boom, boom,
Make sure
bam.
you check out Pedro.
Tonight we're at the.
That's a very good flyer. That's a very good flyer. You. I would have faded.
I didn't make it, but
No, the side sharp image, but I it's art thing.
But I feel weird that it's sponsored by Church's Chicken.
Oh shit!
Growing up, it was one of our chicken spots in Detroit. Like, we went to Church's a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
But tonight you'll be at the.
I ain't fuck with that in a minute.
Sponsored by Joe's Tap.
They better have a drumstick for a nigga.
Spappity dappity dappity. Yeah, no, chicken's fuck it, it's chicken. But make sure you go check him out at the Rooftop, the Hollywood Rooftop. It's a dope little place that I was there. I forget, a week ago. Saturday.
It was all good, just a week ago.
Saturday. It was Saturday. I was there Saturday before I did the Ice House, and then I think it was Saturday. I forget when. But the bottom line is, make sure you go check out Pedro live there, and then it don't stop. Then it'll be at the Comedy Chateau in North Hollywood at 7:30. At North Hollywood at 7:30.
That's tomorrow, Friday.
Yes, tomorrow, Friday. It's going to be a good show. Go check out Pedro live. Also, his special will be coming out soon, and then you need to all watch it.
Maya Baker got more family coming out tonight, Shang. So
okay. Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
join Maya's niece and her man at the Strat tonight on the north end of the Las Vegas Strip at LA Comedy Club. It's on the main floor. It's a great room, and all the great comics come through there, including the one and only Shang himself. So go join Maya, her family, and the rest of the degenerates in Las Vegas, and get drunk and laugh your ass off.
Why I gotta be degenerate?
Bro, what's on the strip? Like Christians? Like,
what is there, a bunch of Buddhists? Man, last night there was like 40 Buddhists at my show. You all right, man? Yeah. No, you couldn't hear you.
So we'll get up out of here, y'all.
All right, check this out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, WDMA Warrior, for your input on it. Kevin Keith, Maya Baker, Miss Adverb, everybody that rocks with us. All the new people that rock with us yesterday. I'm going to be letting a lot of people know to check out the shows when we do the shows, and please subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on Savage AF. We appreciate y'all. All right.
Deuces, y'all. Listen, stay black if you are black. Do not be black if you are not black. Keep your finger out your motherfucking nose.